Unless you've been hiding under a rock, you'll know that the market activity has picked up significantly over the last couple of weeks. Now, as a real estate agent, this is going to pose some challenges for you and some opportunities. So it's important to keep in mind that as the market continues to turn back around, and I expect that most parts of the country, most real estate team leaders that I'm talking to, that I'm connected to around the country, are all saying the same thing. Inventory levels have come down significantly. Activity is up because of interest rates coming down. And so there is going to be a window of time, could be 30 days, probably more like 60 or 90 days, where we're going to see a resurgence in the market, which is great news because for the last 6-8 months, it's been all doom and gloom. So it's nice to have a bit of a change here and see conditions turn back around. But as a agent, there are likely lots of buyers that you were working with before the holidays that are still stuck in their old ways. And as an agent, it is your responsibility to create a sense of urgency for your clients before they start getting priced out of the properties that they had their eyes on in the late parts of 2022, heading into 2023. So creating that sense of urgency, what does that mean? Well, it simply means doing what good agents do, which is putting everything in perspective for your client. You see, your client might be sitting there right now, still holiday hangover, and thinking, hey, maybe we'll wait till the springtime, we'll wait till the summer, see how all of this shakes out. We don't want to rush into anything. My gosh, like the economy and the jobs and the this, blah, 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 blah. But it's your responsibility to frame everything in a way that they can truly understand it, for them to recognize the small window of opportunity that's available to them before the prices start to come up. And who knows ultimately if prices are going to come up, but all the telltale signs are there. And so if the lead metrics are there, then chances are prices are going to come up. So how do we create that sense of urgency? Well, it's a simple piece of dialogue. Mr. Buyer, Mrs. Buyer, I know that we were thinking maybe like, mid to late 2023 is when we were going to buy. I'm seeing a lot of signs right now that the market's turning back around. Have you noticed what's happened to interest rates? You're gonna say yes. Awesome. So what are you seeing with the rates? Well, they're coming down. Awesome. So what do you think that's doing right now to the competition? What do you think that's doing right now to the demand? I don't know so they're gonna say, oh, well, the demand's going up, of course, right? And I don't know if you've been paying attention to inventory. Have you seen inventory levels, how significantly they've come down over the last few weeks and months? Say, no, not at all. Well, why don't you come over here? I'll show you this data report. So then it's on you to be a knowledge broker, show them the information. So with inventory levels coming down as significantly as they have over the last couple of weeks, and with interest rates dropping and demand surging as a result, what do you think that's going to do to prices here over the next 3 months? So they're going to say, well, prices are going to come up, of course. So I know that we were waiting until maybe mid to late 2023. The question becomes do we want to wait for that time, at which point prices have come up already? Or do we want to move our timeline up a little bit so that we can capitalize on the low interest rates right now and get in so that the market builds equity for you, so that the market does all of the heavy lifting and creates wealth for you and for your family into the middle and late part of 2023? Would you rather buy then, or would you rather buy now? And then in that moment, they're gonna come to the realization oh shit, I should probably get my stuff together. And that's your opportunity, because right now I'm shooting this video, it's January 19th. If you can have that conversation by before the end of January and get them into a home by mid to late February, guarantee you they're going to have equity by the end of the summer. So that is your responsibility. Now, from a seller's perspective, this is your opportunity to go out there, knock on doors, create opportunities for the buyers that you're working with, and also allow what's going on right now to do the work for you. Hey, Mr. Seller, Mrs. Seller, I don't know if you noticed, but there's nothing on the market here. You see any for sale sign? I don't see any. You see any for sale? No, I don't see any. Okay, so have you seen what's happening with rates? So there's a lot of demand right now. So with those two things in mind, have you had any thoughts of selling in 2023? You have, awesome. Well, based on what I'm seeing right now and based on what you're seeing, when do you think the right time would be to put your home on the market? Right now when the conditions are great, or in 6 months when maybe we don't know what's gonna happen? Oh, probably right now. Awesome, great. So create that sense of urgency. If you can have those dialogues with buyers and sellers, you are going to take your unfair share of the market over these next 90 days. It's gonna set you up for a really, really nice 2023. This is Danny Gould, selling Silicon Valley. Stay legendary, everybody.